guys, Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist in the Seattle area. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching the videos. Thank you for your comments. What a nice fall it's been here in Seattle. I love the changing of the leaves. You know what's happening soon? Holiday season, gift giving season. So these are some great gift ideas. These are the best affordable retinols. We can always talk about the more expensive, more elegant retinols in another video that are truly good gift ideas, but we're all about affordability, right? Groceries are expensive right now and gas is expensive. We want to use our hard-earned money towards good skincare that won't break the bank, right? So these are all affordable retinols that you can get at your local drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, even retail stores like Target and Walmart. We'll keep it all to that category and not talk about the fancy SkinCeuticals stuff right now in this video. So let's jump into this. First of all, let's talk about why we like retinols. Retinol is a vitamin A derivative that falls under the category retinoid. Retinoid is an umbrella term that will encompass prescription retinoids like tretinoin, tazarotene, adapalene 0.3%, trifarotene, and then also there's over-the-counter retinoids that are adapalene 0.1%. That's great for acne. Retinol, NOL, or retinil, NYL, or retinal, NAL. So those are different types of retinoids, but they're all retinoids, okay? So we'll be talking about retinols today that you can find at the skincare aisle at your local store. And why do we like them? This vitamin A derivative is magic because it helps stimulate collagen production and thus helps with fine lines and wrinkles, increases cell turnover and thus helps with hyperpigmentation, and it keeps our pores clear. So great stuff. Do not use if you're pregnant, and if you have sensitive skin, I would start off with these affordable options first. So I usually say at your mid-20s and up is when you can start considering a retinol. You youngins out there, teenagers, tweens, you do not need a retinol for anti-aging, right? If you are prescribed a retinoid like adapalene or tretinoin by your dermatologist, then of course use it based on their recommendation. And that's usually for acne, but not for fine lines and wrinkles like for mid-20s and up. They've increased the prices of skincare, and so when I use the word affordability, it's actually hard to achieve nowadays, right? Like all the skincare products have gone up $5 to $10, and probably, you know, in a year or two after this video has been posted, the prices could be drastically different. Hopefully not, but it could be. First up, I've talked about on the channel, CeraVe's Resurfacing Retinol Serum. I like this more than their Skin Renewing Purple Serum. I like the texture more in this, and if you have hyperpigmentation, go for this because it has licorice root extract and niacinamide. Both of those ingredients are great at brightening your skin, reducing dark spots. So I feel like this is a great start to the world of retinol. I like this one over the purple. I made a YouTube video on the comparison between the two, and I still stand by that even a few years later. Use a pea-sized amount to your entire face at bedtime, and that goes the same for all of the retinoids that I talk about, whether it's prescription or over-the-counter. Now, if you are in your teens and 20s and you want to work on acne, mild acne that's not scarring, it's not worsening or not too diffuse, you can consider a retinoid here. This is just a little plug. This is not a retinol. This is adapalene, which is a synthetic retinoid. I'd say in the US, this is the best thing you can get over-the-counter for acne treatment. The same goes for adapalene. Pea-sized amount at bedtime to the entire face. This is not spot treatment just to acne because it helps prevent acne. So this is just another example of a retinoid. Retinoids are not made the same, right? Like retinol is not the same as tretinoin. Adapalene is not the same as retinol. They work on different nuclear receptors, different retinoid receptors. And I feel like the retinoid receptors this binds to is better at treating acne than retinol. Tretinoin works on both very well, and there's a lot of data behind that, working on fine lines, wrinkles, and acne. Adapalene, not a lot of data behind it working on fine lines and wrinkles. So I usually talk about this being good for acne. I need to see more large studies that back it up in terms of fine lines and wrinkles. Retinol, I'd say less useful for acne, but really good for fine lines and wrinkles. Tretinoin, that's a product that I would prescribe. That's a prescription retinoid. That's retinoic acid. That one is fully active right from the get-go, whereas retinol has to be converted twice to become active like retinoic acid. So it's less potent than prescription tretinoin, and they even say it's 20 times less potent than tretinoin because of that conversion. Adapalene though, you could argue it's just as good as tretinoin in terms of treatment of acne, especially the prescription adapalene is 0.3%. Very effective at treating acne. If you're in your 30s and up, consider Neutrogena's Rapid Wrinkle Repair. They've actually made a nice Retinol Pro Plus that discloses the percentage of retinol. And I usually say go for 0.25% and up retinol. CeraVe, Olay, they don't talk about what percentage they're giving you. So I like that Neutrogena has made a nice new retinol that will disclose at 0.3%. I'm actually gonna say that's a good big thumbs up. If you're in your 30s and up, go for Neutrogena, either their regular OG Rapid Wrinkle Repair, or if you wanna go for their newer Retinol Pro Plus, especially if you have tried their and tolerated their original Rapid Wrinkle Repair, go for the higher one and see if you like it. I've actually enjoyed using that product. So just a shout out to Neutrogena for disclosing their percentage of retinol. If you're in your mid 30s and up, consider a retinol with not only niacinamide, but also peptides. So the nice thing about Olay is that they have a peptide complex, and I was able to talk to their scientists behind the skincare products, and they work in the lab for Procter & Gamble, Olay, and their peptide actually does help with cell signaling and increasing collagen production. So I like efficient skincare. Olay has been nice, and you can find this at Costco even, and that's where you find the best deal, the 2-for-1 deal at Costco for Olay. Keep an eye out for your local Costco deals this holiday season. You know, just a small amount goes a long way. People like pumps better than jars at times. I know people have commented like, oh, gross to, you know, dip your fingers in here. Of course, use a clean finger to take out that pea-sized amount. And also, yes, that is true that if you keep opening up the jar, you could oxidize the product and it's less potent over time. So if you want to go for a airtight pump, CeraVe is an airtight pump, but Neutrogena and Olay, yeah, they're in jars. And this has the niacinamide and the peptide in it to help. So I say those in their mid 30s, 40s and up. If you want peptides, retinol, they both work on boosting collagen, and you got your niacinamide to help brighten your skin. So this is a nice one here. They've also made a nice retinol serum. I would not layer the retinol serum with the retinol cream. So use one or the other here. Both are good. When they talk about max, they're talking about 2 times as much vitamin B3, which is niacinamide. Niacinamide is a vitamin B3 analog that we said brightens the skin, but also might help repair the skin barrier and be anti-inflammatory and soothing, but also help regulate sebum production if you have oily skin. So if you prefer a dropper bottle or a jar, use one or the other. Do not layer the two in one particular day. Now, if you're in your 40s and up, go for a stronger retinol or even a prescription retinoid with your dermatologist. But number 7, I've really enjoyed using because you got 1% retinol. You also got collagen peptides. So you got this Matrixyl 3000 plus peptide in it too. So again, you got the peptides, plus you got your retinol to help boost collagen, reduce those fine lines. So just a pea-sized amount of this has been good, and moisturize after. So at bedtime, I usually say bedtime, especially tretinoin, very photolabile and can break apart and become less active in sunlight. Even artificial light can affect it. I say use all retinoids at bedtime and moisturize after. Get a good moisturizer, whether it's CeraVe PM lotion, Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, Alta MD PM Therapy, or even just Vanicream's Daily Facial Moisturizer works just fine over your retinol. For this one, especially because it's a higher percentage of retinol, go for a good moisturizer after this. People who ask about crepey skin in the neck, crepey skin on the elbows, the knees, fragile skin that's easily bruised on the back of your hands and arms you see in your 50s and up, consider a retinol body cream or retinol body lotion. Retinol body cream by Cocokind is fairly new, but man, the texture is so nice. When I heard cream, I was like, oh, it's gonna be thicker than Naturium's body lotion or Verse body lotion, but this actually is very lightweight and very soothing at the same time. So this is nice to apply at bedtime as well to your elbows, your knees, especially if you have thickened skin of the elbows and knees. Retinol can actually help soften those areas as well with increased cell turnover. So very versatile. So consider a retinol body lotion or cream at bedtime as well if you're starting to see some skin fragility and you want to try to not tighten up the skin, because that is not, I feel like tightening it is really hard to achieve, especially at certain degrees of skin laxity around the jawline and the neck. But I'd say it's more for strengthening the skin, and it may not fully help with the bruising you might get on the back of your arms and hands with minor trauma, but it could help, right? It can be hard to battle that purpura you can get in the back of your hands and arms, especially if you're on aspirin, low dose aspirin, even the 81 milligrams of aspirin, you can get easy bruising. Or if you're on a blood thinner, an anticoagulant agent, you're very much prone to bruising. This could help though if you're on those medications. But for any retinol to help with fine lines and wrinkles, it can take 6 or more months of consistent use to see improvement. That's why I never really cared for skin cycling. You know, if you're only gonna use your retinol like twice a week, you're cycling it with other actives, you're not gonna get those results. I wanna see my patients use it every night to every other night on a consistent basis so that we can help with fine lines and wrinkles after 6 months of use, hyperpigmentation after 4 to 6 months, help with acne after 2 to 3 months. So always setting out expectations and telling the patients this is more of a marathon approach than a sprint, okay? Another one that I want to talk about, Rocks retinol capsules here. Very durable plastic jar here. I can put this in my TSA carry-on bag or throw it in my luggage without worrying about breaking, shattering, and getting retinol serum or cream all over the place. This is a really nice option for travel. Each capsule is biodegradable. You just tear the top off and squirt that retinol serum into your palm, and that's good to go. You can bring it down to your neck even. So you would apply it to your face and neck. It's dosed appropriately for those areas, and put your moisturizer on and you're good to go to sleep after that. This has been really nice for travel. So give you some options that you can get at your local drugstore. If you're traveling and you forgot your retinol, go ahead and grab that at the Target, wherever you are at the moment, and you can always travel back home with it. Affordability is hard to come by. I have to say that it's been really tough with skincare prices going up, as well as just cost of living. So I totally get it, that word affordability can be triggering to people because it is very relative, and I never want to say that these are affordable to the average person. It is an investment, right? It's an investment in your skin, and that's why I say it's like getting braces for your teeth. You're investing in a long-term plan for your skin by putting in money in retinol, vitamin C, sunscreen. Those are 3 evidence-based strategies to reverse sun damage. The damage has been done from our first 18 to 20 years of life. We know better now. We gotta wear sunscreen, but what else can we do to reverse the sun damage? Retinol is one of them. Consider investing into one of these. And the good thing is you're using such a small amount at bedtime. You're not going to the store and buying it frequently, right? A little goes a long way. So I hope this video is helpful. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share with your friends who are in skincare, and drop some comments down below on your favorite retinol. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Have a good fall season, guys. Peace.